So, I posted this post earlier about how masks are not about virus and they're about control. And someone felt the need to comment on that and say, grow up. Okay, first off, how about you wake up? This is the weakest virus in history. The only reason it's got everybody in such a panic is because this is the weakest population in history. Everybody is so brainwashed. Everybody is so controlled by fear. It's not even a real fear. It's fake. It's made up. If you don't think that that's about control, if you don't think that I'm going to sound really crazy in this video, but just think about it, you know? And it mainly stems from far left and the Democrats. Okay? Like I mentioned in my video last night, how could anybody think that the Democrat Party has anyone's best interest in mind except for their own, when they are in fact the group that started the KKK, a white supremacist group, and Black Lives Matter, which is a black supremacy group? How you gonna be on both teams? How you gonna be on both sides of the fence running that shit? Okay? Think about that. You know, and everybody's like, oh, anybody tries to talk about, an elite running and everything, pulling the strings. It's true. It really is. No matter what you might want to think, everybody thinks that's just crazy because they don't want to grasp the concept that there actually is an elite group of people running everything right now, controlling things. All right? Why do you think they put so much dirt, try to make up so much dirt on anyone that tries to oppose him, like Trump? And, there's a lot of things going on about Trump. We're not going to get into that. It's not about him. Anyone that tries to go against them or out them either ends up dead or suicided. Okay? It's just the Clintons. They're low level people. They really are. Everybody thinks that they are low level people. They truly are. Epstein, low level person. Why do you think that dude got killed in his jail cell? Okay. And another thing, I know this probably I think it got taken down, but on AOC, Cortez, whatever the hell her name is, literally put on one of her social media platforms, I think it was on Twitter, it was something about opening New Jersey back up. And she literally, on a social media platform, publicly said not to open up. We can't open up because we need the economy to keep failing so that Trump doesn't win. Okay, first off, I'm surprised she ain't dead yet, because she's outed a lot of their fucking plans. She is stupid. How she got in the government, I do not know. But that right there should show you that the Democratic Party, her whole mission is getting in power so they can take control. Okay? They're trying to keep you scared with COVID to keep you from seeing what's really going on. And the fact that all these people blindly follow wearing masks, and now they're trying to make it to where you're gonna make fun of the people that don't wear masks. They're like, oh, dude, I've seen a couple memes. Oh, I know my rights. I hate these type of people. I know my rights. First off, I won't wear a mask. I have not worn a mask this entire time that the corona has been going on. I refuse to. They can't physically make me. They can't legally make me. I don't care. Okay? The CDC, in one of their little flyers or whatever that they put up, literally said, it was down there at the bottom, it said, we do not suggest wearing a mask if you are healthy, if you had a good immune system, because there's only a very, very finite amount of people that are at a risk of death from this virus, and that is the elderly and people with weak immune systems. Okay? The fact that everyone wants to be so what's the word I'm looking for here? Everyone wants to ignore the fact that there is this control going on, and wants to try to make fun of the people that are woke, are awake to what's really going on. It just shows that those people are sheep. Okay? They really are. And, you know, it's just like a lot of things. There's so many levels of this that I can't really cover it all in one video. But I'm a firm believer that public schools are garbage. They really are. Most people don't want to see it. Most people don't see it. But public schools is a way to quietly brainwash the youth. Quietly. And then they forced everybody saying, you need to go to college. If you don't go to college, you won't be nobody. Because in the public school system, yes, that's quite a few years to brainwash, but they got to do it so subtly that it's not noticed. That's not enough time. Well, then when you go into college, that is when they really they put the cherry on top of the entire thing. So I've seen multiple college students that are diehard liberals, and they just argue about things without actually having the real facts. They just go off of what they're fed, what they're told to think. And people need to wake up to this. People need to know. They need to question things. That's the big deal. Is everybody just takes information and doesn't question it. Someone gives me a piece of information, I'm going to question it. I'm going to do some research on it. I'm going to look it up. And that's what we need to do as citizens, as people. We need to question things, you know? And then people don't see that. They don't understand that. They don't want to. They're just so used to blindly taking information and thinking that and just assuming that it's right. Okay? It's not going to work out for anyone. Okay? And because eventually, if everyone does that, the Democrats are going to get exactly what they want. And everybody that says, oh, the Democrats are not trying to take away their guns, the Democrats are... No, the Democrats are not... They are not directly, no. Because they are patient. They really are. They're going to slowly do it one at a time. You know, making a magazine limit. Ammo, you know, how much your gun can hold. Or what size of gun. Or, you know, what group of people. Then it's going to be slowly, it's going to small steps that you're going to be like, well, that doesn't affect me, so that doesn't bother me. Or, you know, and then the next one, well, that doesn't affect me, so that's until the point where there's going to be nothing left. You're going to be the only one there, and then you're the last group to go. And at that point, it's been picked apart so much that you can't do anything because there's not enough people left to fight back. If it just because it doesn't directly affect you doesn't mean that it won't affect you. And people need to understand that. You know, and also the Democrats keep, you know, the lower class is where, you know, the Democrats usually gets most of their votes from, because they like throwing out promises of free health care and free, you know, no taxes, taxing the wealthy, and free this and free that, free college. There's nothing free. Somebody is gonna have to pay for it eventually. Somebody somewhere is gonna have to pay for it, and that it'll just funnel down, it'll channel down until it affects you, and you're the one eventually actually paying for it, and you don't even realize it. There's no such thing as free. So I'm not going to keep ranting on about this whole video. I'll make another one eventually about another segment of this topic. But America needs to wake up. They need to see what's really going on. They need to see that this mask thing isn't about a virus at all. It's about testing how gullible and how obedient the population is.